Become a UX designer, they said. Make the world a better place for your users, they said. And we believed them. And then reality hits. You join a company and the first thing they ask you to do is to squeeze the users out of their money by any means necessary. Yes, the real goal of most businesses is to make more money by any means necessary, so they are hiring designers to help them make more money, not to make the product better for their users. That's a byproduct of this entire process. If we can make it better for our users so it makes us more money, then it's good.
I don't want to live in a world where someone else makes the world a better place, better than we do.
But if we can make it better for the users without the financial impact, then yeah, let's skip it. It's not really that important, right? Hiring designers specifically to create dark patterns is not an isolated incident. All the big brands, all the big companies are doing this. These things are ubiquitous. And of course, the best way to defeat your enemy is to know your enemy, right? So let's learn more about dark patterns. In this video, inspired by the amazing work of Harry Bringle, I'm going to share a couple of those popular dark patterns with you. I hope you're going to investigate them more, and also, if you notice them in any product, call out the company, call them out on social media, tag them, and basically show the world what they're doing. Because if we're silent, then nothing's gonna change. If you want to read more about dark patterns, I'm gonna link Harry's awesome website deceptive.design in the description of this video. My recently updated No Bullshit Guide to UX book has these patterns and a couple more in this additional chapter that I added this month. So if you don't have it yet, check it out. There is a link in the description as well. All visuals for these dark patterns are created by me, and I rewrote them a little bit because I believe they make a little bit more sense that way. Let's go. Number 1, sneak into basket. This one is super common, and that means that some designer, or actually many different designers, had to design it over and over again. It works like this. On checkout, an extra product is being automatically added to your shopping cart, and you end up paying more if you just click continue, and to avoid that you have to manually deselect that extra thing. So basically they sneak a new thing into your basket that you didn't intentionally order in the first place. Most often it's some extra insurance, extended warranty, or some other crap that you don't really need. And many people won't notice that, so they'll end up paying more and getting something they don't need. This is extremely popular with domain registration providers, and if you're a startup founder, you know what I'm talking about. You're buying a lot of domains and you go through this process every single time. Every time you just buy a domain and you just want that domain name registered to you, nothing else. But you always get some additional certificates, some additional security, and you have to every single time manually tick those off. And every time you do it, you're hoping for a better domain registration provider. Number 2. Fear of missing out. If you ever booked an apartment or a hotel, you probably know this one very well. Many of these booking sites create a false sense of urgency or a false sense of scarcity. So basically they say that this is the last room on their site that you can book, and there are 25 people looking at it right now, and you only have 15 seconds to book, and otherwise it's gone. All of these are obviously designed to make you act faster, to make you act without thinking, to make you make an impulsive decision because you're afraid that if you don't make it right now, then you might make the wrong one later. But if you know how to code a little bit and you look into the source of those sites, especially into the JavaScript code,
Do you always look at it and code it?
Well, you have to.
you'll realize that there is often a script for random number generator that basically is generating a number between 1 and 5, then a number between 15 and 25 to signify how many people are supposedly looking at this product right now. And it's all fake. And number 3, I really like this one. It's called confirm shaming, and it's basically a very nasty verbal abusive way of treating the user. They use certain phrases to create guilt in you for not choosing the option they want you to choose. They often also call you names, and that is really nasty.
Any questions?
I have a question. That was horrible.
They often appear in a form of a pop-up or an overlay that basically decides to tell you that the option that you picked in the first place is not that great, and by doing this, you're not that great. In this example, some pop-ups say that not using the app and just sticking to their web version is lame, while the second example, the phrasing specifically states that maybe you don't want to upgrade because you're not a pro. You're not a professional, but rather a silly basic user. These are all designed to make people do things they don't want to do. And coming up with these little sneaky tricks and tactics falls onto us, the designers. This is what the managers and the marketing people and the sales people and the growth people want us to do for the company, because they believe chasing the numbers is the only metric they should focus on, because, well, that makes the company money. And many businesses say they need to use the dark patterns because everybody else is doing it. So they just don't want to be left behind. And if everybody else is using sneaky tactics to boost their financials, then if we don't do it, we're basically missing out, we're losing. And yeah, it's kind of like a dark pattern of its own. So once again, this is not the case. I believe we should always call out those companies, take screenshots, post them on socials, tag them, basically expose them to everybody, especially if they talk about their awesome grandiose design values. Show the world that it's really not the case sometimes. Have you noticed any dark patterns lately? Let me know in the comments, and as always, have a beautiful day.